Hi, it's Kerry from Mobilates, and we're here for half an hour of gentle Pilates style movement, mindful, so we really sense it, feel it, take our time. We're going to be standing or seated, and you could do this on your bed as well because there's a lying down part, so you can even sit on the edge of your bed, pull the duvet back when you need to lie down. Now, you may have seen me yesterday as well. It's been twice this week on Virtual Village Hall. I did a little Olympics special and Leanne did it the week before. So all these are on the Virtual Village Hall feed, along with other things, especially for the Olympics. And they're all shorts as well, like 10-minute slots. Great to dip into and have a little look at. But let's get into today. Right, it feels a little cooler than last week. Good. I'm here for that. We're going to stand or sit. Your legs are a comfortable distance apart, and I just want you to have a little wiggle inside your clothes. So I've got a baggy t-shirt on today. It gives me a bit more room to wiggle. So you're just trying to touch your body against different parts of your clothes. I've even got baggy bottoms on as well. So you might be able to do it with both halves of your body. But just that little wiggle around, feeling the fabric against you. You can even move your arms a little and feel how the sleeves push at the back of the front. If you've got sleeves on, you're not wearing something that's sleeveless. And then we're going to sit and stand with our feet pointing forwards. Hello, Irene. Lovely to have you here. And look down, and it's about a book's distance between your feet, or if you're sitting, it's about 2 fists between your knees. If you want to go a little bit wider, it's fine, but feet pointing forwards. Grow tall, like I've just pulled one hair on your head, or if you fancy an imaginary crown, you can place a crown on it. It might make you go more upright. Then if you're seated, place your hands on your chest. If you're standing, arms at the sides, you can give them a little shake. We're going to rock ourselves forwards and backwards, and then lift our toes up and down. Place your toes down, rock forwards and backwards. The body is in a straight line. If you're seated, whoops, a daisy, I don't want to miss the chair. It's going to look like this. And then you lift your toes up and down. So we've got that rocking going, toes up and down. Now you might be able to come forwards and feel your heels almost lift up, come back, and I can just curl my toes up. So now we're rocking on the feet, and the feet are tilting as well. It may be really small, and you could do this with your shoes, especially if you have a rocker style shoe or trainer. Your shoes will really lend themselves to this. That's it. Now we're going to go in circles. Now, if you're seated, think about those circles under your sit bones, your thighs, and your bum. You'll feel the different parts of yourself just coming into contact with the hardness of your chair. If you're standing, you're feeling what's coming through your feet. And it may be you don't have much sensation, so you just are getting just little bits, little glimmers of information. You may have a lot of sensation. Take it the other way. Are your arms fairly relaxed, but your body has a good tension to it to hold you upright? So we want attention where we need it, which is sort of in this core area, your fronts, your sides, your back, all around this, sometimes the natural corset or the transverse abdominis muscles. Thinking here. Whoa. So you've been both ways. Perfect. Right, give everything a little shake. And then grow tall again. We're going to go for a little side bend. Imagine that you're going over a ball like that one there. So you're just going over the side and up. Upright again. You can shake out if you want to. Over the side of a big ball and then upright. So I'm looking for this length and this height as you go over rather than this. You see, I can't fit my big ball in there. Everything's sort of collapsing here. It's stretching here, but it's all sort of squished up here. So keep it a little taller and then go over. So you still get this slight squashing here, but like you're rounding over something. Back to the center. Bend your knees if you are standing, just so they're not super pushed out straight back or locked. just a little bit of softness. Hands to the front of our thighs or the front of your knees if you're sitting. Take a breath in all around your rib cage. Feel it stretch outwards. And as you breathe out, we're going to lengthen this part of our spine. So it might feel like your bum is tucking under or your pubic bone is tilting upwards. And what I'm trying not to do is let my thighs do that, which is sort of like a little cheat. It's not really bringing the movement into my back. It's my thighs pushing my hips forward. That's the movement instead. So I can still feel my thighs moving a little. If I show you, you can see I've got a bit of a tissue in my pocket here. You can see bits of my fabric moving. That's all we need. Last one. And then give everything a little shake here. And then put that crown back on our head. Just give the tip of your nose just a touch. And then with the tip of your nose, we're drawing an infinity sign, like a figure 8 on its side. And you can do that small, or you can make that bigger. Shrink it down again in size. Pause, and now reverse it. Oh, that takes a little while. It might be a little bit jerky. And then make it as big as you can comfortably make it. Come back to the center. Starting some shoulder rolls. Take them small to start. And keeping the arms quite close to your body and long. And just seeing how round that circle is. Breathe in as you feel that forwards and up movement. Hold at the top. Breathe out as you go around the back. And every now and again, like a reverse movement. And you can do it one side and then the other. And that reduces the number that you do. And also if there's something you really want to pay a bit of attention to, something that's a bit sore and you think, oh, I don't want to treat that with a little bit of extra focus or do an extra one there, you can do. Right, now if you are standing, we're going to bend our knees so they start traveling forwards and your back stays straight. I'll just show you from the side. If you're seated, I'd like to press your feet down. And then we're going to bring some arms into it. So as you press your feet down, I'm going to do a bicep curl if you're seated. And then as you come upright, your arms reach back and you hinge forwards. So this is the seated heel raise and a little bicep curl. And then tilting forward, arms back. If you're standing, we're going to do that little knee bend and we could do a bicep curl here. And then we're going to send our chest up a little and take the arms back. Last one. And now we're going to go into a little thigh slide or a swish. So if you are standing, this is your thigh slide. If you're seated, this is your thigh slide. Oh, I'll get it right in a moment. And then if you're standing, we're going to have a little swish and take our legs a bit wider. You can imagine water around you. Bubbly water, a spa, a river, whatever you like. And now we're all going to swish our arms around us, make it bigger. Let your feet move, whether you're seated or standing. So your heels may come up, your foot may come almost off the floor, your legs might get wider, the arms might get wider. You can start to look behind you, all good. Come back to the center. And then we're going to go to something we did yesterday. So this is what I did for the Olympics, just a shortened version, very much shorter. We're going to do bow and arrow. Take your arms forwards, gently forward, so we haven't got the shoulders pushing. Shoulders are back, we're upright. And then you slide one hand down the side, like you're going to nudge someone behind you. You're drawing your bow, basically. And your eyes just follow your elbow. And then push forwards. Now, if you have osteoporosis, and twisting is not good for you. For a lot of people with osteoporosis, that is the case. You want to be able to twist a little. So instead of keeping both feet facing forwards as you pull back, I'm going to move to the side so you can see my leg, turn so the hip opens out. And this makes it a much, much smaller rotation. And it also works if you're seated. If I do it from the side, I'm moving that leg outwards. So that turn is smaller. You could also just turn less and keep your leg forwards and do it more like that. So it's just a small turn. But just so you're not tempted, if you're tempted to really want to push, take your leg out and then you feel like you're moving further, but your hips out. Bit of a tip, that one. Let's swap to the other side. So arms forwards, the other arm comes back, giving a little nudge behind. Now this arm in front, you might want to reach forwards a little more, a bit more stretch. That's it. And last one. Lovely. Now, arms gently forwards. If you're standing, just send your hips back. And then you're upright again. Back, upright, even leaning back a little bit. See, my knee's not really bending. Back doesn't change. If you're seated, forwards and up. Keep the space between your shoulders or across this collarbone the same. And then we're going to add a little side step. And we do it when we're down. So this is more of a squat now. Now, if you're seated, you could bring your hands here and then do your side step. If you are standing, we can have our hands go forwards. Bit more of a knee bend this time. So forwards, step, back, and up. Forwards, you're going down more into that squat, like you're about to sit down. A little side step, back to the center, and up. Now you don't have to go as low as that. It might be more like this. And it can help to look at something, not me, because I'm going to be moving something still, something maybe and then move side, looking at it, and come looking at the camera above me, looking at it, step to the side of it, keep looking, and then up, and that can really help with the balance. And one more. And then something a little all over body, a little softer. So we're taking our arms outwards, that figure eight, infinity type symbols coming up again. Bigger movement. You can lean your chest upwards towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And if you want to get more of your body involved, take your legs a little wider. And then we can send the bum back. And then the hips forwards again. If you're doing this seated, just the same principle. You want those wide legs because it will give you a bit more support. Last one. And then we're going to come to a lying down position. Now, we'll normally have a cushion for your head. An extra cushion would be nice today because we've got extra things to do with it, and you might want something under your head and a cushion elsewhere. So this is our sort of change over time. When we change to a different position, could be onto your bed, putting the duvet back, or you might be working your way down towards the floor. Take your time. I'm just going to get my cushions. So I've got one for my head and this extra one that we're going to be placing our pelvis on and our knees on, things like that. We're going to start with lying on our backs. Get some time down. Your head comfy, so it feels supported, and your shoulders are resting down on the floor. Eyes are up at the ceiling. Your legs are bent, your feet are on your surface, your floor, your mat, your bed. And then take a breath into the rib cage and expand it in all directions again. So breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth, like you're blowing 100 candles. Till you feel your belly come down and then scrunch up a little bit. Same again. Now this time breathe out through your nose. So in through your nose, expand your rib cage. And out through your nose. Lovely. Same breath, hands on your belly. So belly and hip bones. Breathing into your rib cage. Now, as you breathe out through your nose, feel your pubic bone tilt towards you and feel your waistband drop downwards. Your belly sinks. And then feel it rock forwards again. So there's a little space behind your back. For some people, it's a big space. I can just about get my hand under. For some people, it'd be almost flat. As we do that tilt, and the pubic bone comes towards us and your belly sort of scoops towards your ribs, that's when you might feel your lower back pressing down, or you might have quite a big arch there. What can be nice is to put something like a rolled towel underneath there, so you've got something to press against, or a very small cushion, something quite flat, and then roll away again. One more like that. Let it relax. And now we're going to go side to side. This is a bit like you're trying to roll water off from one hand or one hip bone to the other. So you can keep your hands there if you like. I prefer my hands down on the ground for this one. But think of those hip bone points and give them a little rub. Right, now imagine you're going to pour water from one side right down to the other and off. So you have to lift up one side a little bit. Water's pouring all the way down to the mat there, and then take it down. Now on this side, you'll see the lifting. I'm pushing gently into my foot. My bum's still soft and relaxed, but everything's tilted down the opposite way. One more each side. That's it. And then take it back down to the ground. There's a lot of sensation sort of behind us on this one. Right, now I think we're going to take our cushion away from our head just for a bit of bridging. We're going to bring that same sort of tilt in. Bring your feet closer. Arms down by your sides. We're going to use the arms for a little bit of support, but not much pressure. So keep it light through your arms. They could be face down or like a chopper or even upright. I'm going to go for up today. So it's nice on the shoulders. Feet are facing forwards. Take your breath into your rib cage. Feel it expand. And as you breathe out, that tilt as before, so you feel pubic bone coming towards nose. And just as you feel that scoop, that your bum is just starting to scoop upwards, press into your feet. And now lift your hips up. And hold it at a place that's comfortable for you. You can see me just adjusting my feet. They want to go forwards a little. Check your bottom is relaxed. We're not super high, so we don't need to squeeze. And then roll yourself gently, gently down, feeling your spine just rolling down through your bed or mat. Same again, breath in, tilt and come up to the place you're coming up to today. With those hips going up, feel your back peel off the floor. So you're looking for a slope here, not a sort of bridge or a hoop shape. It's a slope. You can push a little bit more into your feet if you want to. Now we're going to do that same tilt like we did before, like the water's running off one way, so I'm tilting towards you. Now come down on that side of your spine. So it's on your ribs really rather than your spine. And when you get to the bottom, you can flatten yourself out. It feels really narrow. Have a little wriggle and then come up again. Breath in. We're coming up together, so the usual way, the tilt, and then everything hips up. Peel your back up. Now let that tilt happen. Now I'm the other way. You can feel it's gone wonky. I'm going to come down on my left side. Lovely. And then take your arms out in a T. I'm going to take my legs forwards a little bit. So there's a sort of gentle triangle under my legs. Bit of distance between my feet and knees. And now let my knees sway gently side to side. Now I'm keeping my shoulders on the floor. The head could start to turn in the opposite way if it feels nice. I really like that. So I'm biased towards doing that, but you don't have to. Then come back to the center. Bring your arms by your side. Bring your legs a little bit closer. Take a breath into that rib cage again. And as you breathe out, feel your belly tighten. We're going to start to lift one leg up to tabletop. And we're going to take a hand and push it away. Resist it. Your leg doesn't want to go away. Release. Push it away. Now, last week we were doing it this way. We were sort of pulling it towards us and resisting. This time we're pushing away and you're pushing back. You don't want to go away. Your leg wants to stay there. One more. Breathe in and push away and resist. Take it down. Have a little wriggle. And then the same on the other side. Breath into the rib cage. Feel it really expand. Float this leg. Tension's here on your core. Float this leg up to tabletop. Just hold it there for nothing extra happening. Now, hands going against it. Take another breath in. Push away with your hand. Resist with your leg. Breathe in again. Breathe out. And one more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take that foot down, have a little wriggle, little sway. And we're just going to do a little toe tapping. So bringing one foot up to tabletop. And you can either take it really sort of lightly on the feet, alternating legs, or one up, the other up, one down, the other down, and keep alternating which leg goes up first. Or both up. And then your toes just dip. Now this is the hardest. Definitely can feel it on the belly. I can also feel it a little bit on my back. Back's a little bit sore today. So I'm going to make it a little bit softer. I'm going to go for 1, 2, 1, 2. And you could also float your arms up. I'm really playing with the order of my legs so one doesn't get used to doing it the same each time. You could just hold it a bit longer. Do a little toe tap here. Any combination will do. Also have your hands just on your chest. Still makes it a little bit more challenging. And then take it down. And you could either stretch away, have a big long stretch if you like, or you could bring your legs into your chest and have a little rock around. We're going to roll onto our side. Now this is where you might want 2 cushions. I'm going to get my other cushion ready. So on the first one, have the cushion for your hand. It's going to press into it. Lengthen your legs slightly in front of you. So you see I'm not in a long line. My head and spine are in a long line. My legs are a little bit forwards and they're pressed together and the feet facing forwards. Take a breath in. Now you should feel like you're really wobbly and that hand's supporting you. As you breathe out, squeeze your legs towards each other and then lift them up. And you can push down with hand and then lower. Now I'm using them out with my mouth breath. It really helps me on this one. The chest breath, breathing in through my nose. Last one. Well done. Right, now we're going to put the cushion, it's around about waist height, top leg, the knee is going to rest on it. Adjust it if it doesn't feel it's close enough. Bottom leg, Now it was forward, it's coming back a little. So now from head down to your toe for this leg, all in line. You don't want your back to be arching forwards or anything, you're just in a straight line. Now this foot on the bottom, I'll give it a wiggle. This is what mine's trying to do, almost turn the sole up to the ceiling. So I'm now going to just adjust it like it's going to press against that wall opposite me. Now hand can press down again, or you can be on your fingertips. We're going to lift the leg up. It's like the inside seam is coming upwards. You can go up and down, or you can hold it up and then do little pulses up and down. We don't need many. And breathing any time you want to. And I don't mind how you breathe as long as you breathe in through your nose, out through your nose or mouth, whichever works. And then bend both legs. You might want to bring them up towards your chest a little bit. Sort of curl yourself up into a ball. And then we're going to lie on our back for a little reset. Have your legs just as they were before. Little distance between the knees and the feet. And just let them sway. If you want to go further and that's okay for you, you can take it further, but you can also keep it quite soft. It's a restorative, feel nice sort of move, because we're going to do the other side. Right now, you might roll away from me. I'm going to turn around the other way and we're going to repeat the sequence. So one cushion for your head, one is going to start, the other for your hand. Get your head comfy, your head and your back and your bum in line. The legs are coming forwards, but they're straight. Cushion under this hand. Right, I'm just making sure my hip is down a little so my feet can really line up together. Squeeze your legs together. Breathe into your rib cage. Breathe out, press down into the cushion and lift up the legs. Breathe in, legs come down. Breathe out, the legs lift up, you press down into the cushion. Breathe in, the legs come down. 2 more. And then we move the cushion down, rest the top leg on it. This is in an L shape, like a 90-degree angle on this leg at the knee. And now this bottom leg, we slide it back so it's in line with the body. And we're going right onto the side edge of the foot. This is what my foot's trying to do. It's trying to sort of roll towards you and do all sorts of odd angles. So I'm really trying to get onto the side of it and I'm really flattening it. Right now, fingers or hand pressing down. Breath in, lift it up. Breath out, rather, lift it up. Breath in, take it down. Easiest to do the exertion, the lifting bit on the out breath. Now you could keep it like this, or you can hold it and do those little pulses. Tiny pulses. You'll still feel it, I absolutely promise. And this leg is definitely straight. Other leg is just resting on this cushion. And then bend it. Give it a rub. And then we're going to use our hand at the side to push ourselves up to sitting. Cushions now, they're just for sitting on, getting comfy. So place yourself on your cushions or on the edge of your bed or on your chair. And you want to feel that you are sitting upright. That's what the cushions really help for. Upright spine rather than feeling that you can't get upright. We're going to do a little bend to the side. Again, it's like we're going over that ball in the corner. And then that same arm is going to post under this gap of the armpit. Other side. Over the ball. Come up tall. Post in the gap of the armpit. One more time, each side. Over the ball. Posting under this arm. Over the ball, under this arm, and then palms out to the side. Scoop up the air, grow even taller. Hands can be high or in front of you, but bring them together. Bring them into your chest. Give yourself a huge pat. Give your body a little pat on the back, pat on the legs. You got through it. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that. And I shall see you very soon. I'm just going to have a little check to see who's in here. Hi, Jew. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, that was a good one. I enjoyed it. I'll see you soon.